2, 1.
Welcome to the Dave and Albert Show. Round of applause. Thank you.
Alright, today's topic is I have an idea for an app. What's step 1?
That's a great question. Step one, from my perspective, would be you need to build a prototype and you need to validate your idea. Now,
Prototype and validate your idea.
yeah. Now that sounds a bit scary, right? Like, oh God, I gotta build a prototype.
Yeah.
I'm not a designer, I'm not a developer. Yeah, I get that. And you don't have to be one actually to build a prototype. There are many ways that you can use existing resources or rather what I would call simple tech tools to build a prototype. So Albert, what do you think they could do to build a
The
prototype?
first step or the first way you can build a prototype is using pen and paper.
Just get that marker
Literally
out.
get a bond paper, write down, sketch down your prototype, the screens of your app, and then just show it to people.
Yeah, and
right?
you could have like different screens and you can layer them. So
Yeah.
if they click on one thing, you go to one screen.
It doesn't have to be colored, it just has to have the functionality there. If you want to take it to the next level though, you could use PowerPoint or Keynote.
Okay.
Yeah, but not as a presentation.
Yeah.
But you could use it to simulate your prototype. So you could have your screen and then you could, there's a feature in PowerPoint or Keynote where you have the button and then you could like put it over there that if somebody clicks on that button, it goes to a specific screen.
Yeah.
And what you do is that when they click the button, you simulate that as if you are taken to the screen where that button takes you.
Okay.
And it works like as if you have a real app. But
So
it's
you could
actually
in
just
essence
PowerPoint.
like simulate an app.
Yeah, so
And that's the goal.
Yeah, that's a prototype. And then you take that and you can move to step 2. So you have your prototype now.
Yeah.
Step 2 is
You have to go out and validate the idea with users or potential users. So, you can start with your mom and your dad and other friends and family. That's good. But you have to really go out
I'm
there.
not sure about that, but
You can get some
Okay.
interesting feedback from them and, some encouragement that, oh, hey,
Yeah,
it looks
encouragement.
good. And then that should give you the boldness to go out into the real world and look for people who would potentially have this problem. Now, there's an undercurrent to all of this because what's the point of the prototype, Albert? Like, why should I build a prototype?
the point of prototype is like put your idea out there because the truth is your idea in the beginning usually is not like really hitting what the market really wants.
Correct.
And it's just your idea, but what it needs to happen, it should become their product, the market's product. So you take your idea, you bring it to them, and then you allow them to give you feedback. This will save you a lot of money down the road from building the wrong idea.
Yeah. Now, that feedback isn't just, oh, hey, I think you should add this. You're really basing the feedback on a hypothesis that you decided upon when you're building the prototype or even before you're building the prototype.
Yeah, like for example, you have 5 features there, 5 buttons. That might even be too much, right? And you're observing as people use prototype, do they ever click on button number 5? And if they
Exactly.
don't, good
Remove
news,
it.
you might not even need to build it.
Yeah.
Right? And if maybe they're pressing on something that you didn't even think was supposed to be a button,
Right.
then maybe that's supposed to be the feature that you build.
Yeah, exactly. And so the idea here is that this prototyping phase should help you validate, is this an app that people want to use or that people are going to download
Right.
and use? And then what are the key features that they want?
And the most important thing, don't just listen to what people say. Watch what they do and how they use your prototype. So if somebody picks up your prototype and then says like, wow, there's a really cool idea and starts talking to you about all these features and everything that they want, just listen to that. But that user will probably not really want to use your app
I
because
agree.
they didn't really use it. But if somebody's just silent and they're just using your app, observe them, see what they do, try to, and they go like, huh? And then ask them, what did they expect when they press this? That is valuable feedback.
That's great. So from there, after that initial validation, one suggestion would be like a step 1.5, and that is you go back and you incorporate some of that
Right.
that feedback.
Iterate your prototype.
Exactly.
You have
And
prototype
validate again.
version 2, and then you go out there. And this is very easy to do. It doesn't take you a lot of money
Yeah.
to do that. And-
PowerPoint, Keynote. Google how to put buttons into PowerPoint or Keynote and how to make them links.
And every step of the way that you do this, every iteration that you do, increases your chances of success. And when you're not getting anything new anymore, it's time to take your prototype to the next level.
Step 2.
And that's build. Build your actual product. And so we will talk about that in the next episode. So that's it. Step 1 is build a prototype and validate it with your customers or potential customers.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Round of applause.
Thank you.